So I'm Hannah Maley you probably might have watched some of my AMVs. Um, I know I'm probably not what you were expecting, although I could have been. I don't know. But I got this idea actually from my cousin, Sarah. You should subscribe to her. She's only got one video right now, but I'm sure she'll make more. And I just wanted to show you a bunch of my drawings that I've made and some that my friends have made for me. So if this is not my original idea, I'm inspired by her. But I've got quite a bit of drawings, so this might be a little while. We're going to start with friends' drawings because I might as well show you the good stuff first. So the first few I've got was actually drawn in my own notebook by my friend during, I think it was like 8th grade maybe. Currently in 11th grade, so it's been a while since these were drawn, and it happened to be during our Homestuck phase. So there are a lot of Homestuck characters in here. For instance, we've got Carcat. She said Carkles. And then she's also got a bunch of random doodles. This is supposed to be my notebook. She used it anyways. And so we've got this. So, also this one. This was back when she was starting. She's like 10 times more amazing now. I feel so incompetent when I'm around her. And she's drawing so incompetent. It's bad because she's so amazing. And she drew this one. Me and her arguing over Dave and John. Because John is better than Dave. So, he is, Jillian. And if you watch this, I don't think you will. And this is her still going on, but Dave is better. Still. Because we still argued about that. And these are us for like which of the Homestuck four main Homestuck characters I guess it would be. My friend Elizabeth Rose. I'm John. Of course I'm John. My friend Jillian is Dave, and my friend Megan is Jade. And yes, she's saying zombies. Right there. Zombies. She likes zombies. So. And these are us for Prospect and Durst. And I'll flip it over so you can properly see the other side. It's also one of her friends that she threw in there because she went to a different school for a little while. Some more random doodles of hers. A bit difficult to see. I think this is kind of where she stopped drawing. I think this is it for her in this notebook. Oh, my friend's doing it. Nope, we got another one. Discord. It's been a while since I've gone through this notebook. All of us listening to Discord because it's an amazing song and it fits Homestuck so well. Another random doodle. My friend is amazing. Look at this. She's amazing. This is one she drew with Sharpie. And I dropped the paper. Another random doodle. This is a side view. Can never do anything that well. I believe my friend Megan drew this flower, actually not my friend Jillian. Flower, it's a pretty flower. She was great at drawing flowers. This was when we were playing a game. She was trying to figure it out. Umbrella game. It's a fun game. I'm not going to tell you the secret though. And that's where this notebook ends. And then we've got a couple more that weren't drawn in a notebook. My cousin drew me this one. My cousin's a huge fan of ponies. She also has a knack for drawing ponies as other characters from other things as ponies. So this one's one that she drew. She originally drew it. She didn't like it, so she let me have it because I thought it was really good. So it's the Avatar characters as ponies. Got Katara, Aang, Sokka, Toph, and Zuko. And okay, this next one was drawn by my sister, who was in like 3rd grade at the time. We were really little, but I thought I would show this one because in case she watches it, which she probably never will because she tends to ignore me a lot. So, but she did this for me a while back. It's Anakin from Star Wars. At the time we drew it, we thought it was great, and yeah, so I just wanted to show that because I thought it was cute. So my friend Megan drew this also back in 8th grade. Again, still in our Homestuck phase. She drew me John. So she's also an amazing drawer, but she doesn't think she is. I don't understand how she doesn't see greatness in this, but it's okay. We all have our own paths. So my friend, who I haven't talked to in a while, I used to have a huge crush on him back in like 8th grade, actually. But he drew me this. It's Slenderman because, you know, who hasn't gone through that phase? So I thought it was cool. He's also a very amazing drawer. And then he also drew this one. It's just kind of a battle scene sort of thing for a mythical land. Thought it was cool. Let me have it. And then we got a second Discord one. I can't remember if this was the redraw or the first one. I think it was the first one, because I know she redrew it. So, okay, and this is the last one that was drawn by my friend. This one was drawn for my friend Elizabeth, I believe for my 16th birthday, because I'm 16 currently, going to be turning 17 in a few months. And it's a Dalek, and it's saying exterminate, and I thought it was great. So that's that one. Let's see. Maybe we didn't sort these out well. The next couple are just a little miscellaneous. We got Rose Tyler from Doctor Who. This one I drew back in 9th grade. I thought it was cool at the time, but it came out okay. And then we've got Jenny, the Doctor's daughter, who is still alive, and I'm waiting for her to come back. I know she'll return. She will eventually. We've got the Doctor. My favorite Doctor, David Tennant. Love Tennant. Actually, currently, Capaldi's my favorite. Don't hate me for it. I think Capaldi's awesome, and I love his sass. Not that the Doctor hasn't been sassy in the past, but still. Capaldi is great. Okay, and then I drew the One Ring to rule them all. Put the little saying in it. It's supposed to be when it's in like the rocks on the ground before Gollum grabbed it. I don't know. Drew this back in 9th grade as well. This one, I believe I drew over the summer actually. And it's Lightsaber. Recently discovered I'm very good at drawing objects, so I drew Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. And been a Star Wars geek since I was a child, so love Star Wars. Okay, so the next few is during like my Supernatural phase. I love Supernatural, and I'm very happy that Lucifer has returned because I liked Lucifer. Favorite character is Gabriel. Still waiting for him to return. He will return eventually. I know he's alive. And also waiting for Chuck to be revealed as God. But speaking of Lucifer, I drew his wings. Now, I know a lot of people say he's got blonde wings, and that might be true, but back when I drew this, I thought he had red wings. This was back in 9th grade as well. So here's Lucifer's wings. And I put a little quote as well, because I'm that lame. The next one is also Supernatural. The next few, well, more than a few, will be Supernatural. So this one was an object. This was back when I was starting to learn about my object drawing abilities. And I had originally had it, it's the Impala on the road. See, I love this drawing. I think it came out great. I originally just had it with the Highway to Hell, and I had it up here, because, you know, Highway to Hell is a great song. And I had empty space. I was like, I feel like I need to add something. So my friend Jillian told me to add the Stairway to Heaven. Highway to Hell, Stairway to Heaven. 2 great songs. So I did. Okay, so I think the rest of these ones are wings that I drew. I was in a wing drawing phase. I really liked drawing wings, and I'm really great at drawing wings. So we've got Gabriel's 6 golden wings, a trickster. And yeah, these ones were my first ones, so they're not as great as some of the other ones later might be, but they were okay for a first time. That was my first time drawing them. And then we've got Castiels, because we gotta have Castiels, of course. And I kind of ran into the wings when I was writing the quote, but since Raise Me from Perdition. So, Raise You from Perdition. I can't speak. The next one we've got is Balthazar. Balthazar is great. I'm in denial that he died because he never actually saw his wings. He's still alive, we know it. And then we've got Uriel, because he was one of the angels I knew, and I needed more wings to draw, but I didn't like Uriel at all. He was a jerk. From the beginning, jerk. And then, these one might be difficult to see, but I drew Michael's, and I actually used whiteout for the wings, because I figured white doesn't show up on paper, but I had whiteout, and I was like, hey, I'm going to try the whiteout, see if that comes out. So, it did. And I thought it came out great. And then I drew Anna's as well, which these ones are whiteout, but I colored over them with a brown to make them like a off-white color. So yeah, that's my supernatural one. The next 3 pictures are actually ones that I painted in my art class. We've got the TARDIS. That's actually pretty easy to see on this. It's difficult to see on my board. It was actually for a art project to make up a competency in my class, because I wasn't failing it, but I had a C. So she's like, yeah, bring it up. So I brought it up with this. I think I got up to a B. Oh wow, it was visual arts. So yeah, I drew that. I also drew this one in visual arts we had to take a lyric or a saying or whatever and paint a picture for it. And I was in my Lord of the Rings phase at the time, so I chose Pippin's song. And I kind of drew Pippin reaching out to the moon. It's fading behind him, because it says all shall fade. And yeah, it's great. I didn't do a very good job with the fading, but hey, it's my first time trying. And this one I did this year. I'm actually really proud of this picture. It's based off a character, because me and my friends create OCs. So this one's based off a character that we drew. My friend drew originally. We each got a character based off our ideal guys. So this is Oliver. And I painted him in art class because we had a free day where we could create our own characters if we wanted to, or we could do our emotions on paper or whatever. So I decided to paint Oliver. I actually ran over in class time and ended up staying during my ceramics period too. So, Oliver. I forgot the skin tone before I put on his freckles and blush, and so I didn't bother adding it after that because I didn't want to. So there's Oliver. Okay, so the next more than a few, was during my Avatar phase this summer. I've loved Avatar since for a few years now, but I had never actually, you can actually see it in the background there. I got all 3 of them, plus book 1 of Korra. I've never, I had watched Avatar and I started Korra back. I'd actually just gotten into Avatar when Korra was first starting. And it kind of stopped, and I stopped watching Korra. And then recently, right before summer, I remembered about it. I don't know how. It's just sitting there. I was like, oh yeah, whatever happened to Korra? So I searched it, and I ended up watching the entire series. And then I went back and rewatched the entire Avatar series. Of course, the first time I watched it was on Netflix, and it's not on anymore, which makes me really upset. Of course, I own them all now, so it doesn't really matter. But we're going to start off. This is my original character, Ava Beifong. She's the daughter of Toph. Not Toph. God. Toph's daughter, Lin. She's the daughter of Lin and Tenzin. That's what I wanted to say. Not Toph. She's Toph's granddaughter. I can't talk today, so pardon my not ability to talk. And then this is something I've done before, and I like to do. I drew Lin. I'll either draw their face or whatever, or I'll draw something that represents them, and I'll put a bunch of quotes around them that they said. So I'll move a little closer so maybe you can see the quotes. But yeah, that one I drew over the summer as well. All of these I pretty much drew over the summer. So that came out pretty cool. Really proud of this next picture. I still am to this day. Actually, I'm a little iffy on that chin. But it's Beifong's, Toph, Lin, and Sue. And the chin kind of bothers me. It's a bit too pointy, but overall, I think it came out really great. I really love this picture. Okay, so the next picture, I decided I wanted to try ponies because my cousin loved drawing ponies, so I was curious. I wanted to try it. No, I'm not a huge My Little Pony fan like my cousin is. I've seen a few episodes, but it's okay. Not really something I get really into though. And I got Lynn as a pony. Pony Lynn. I kind of screwed up on the hair here, so and it was after I had outlined it, so I had to go back and add. And that was my cousin's suggestion, but so yeah, Pony Lynn. Next one's also Pony. It's Pony Bolin. Lava bending because Bolin is awesome. Definitely one of my favorite characters. Lynn's my favorite, but Bolin is definitely one of my favorites. He's adorable. Okay, the next one I drew is based off the pony one I showed you earlier that my cousin drew. I wanted to try my own. She seems to be an inspiration for me a lot. So if you watch this, Sarah, I love you. You're the best cousin ever. You inspire me to draw stuff. But it's all the Avatar characters as ponies. We got Katara, Toph, Sokka, Aang, and Zuko. So that one came out pretty good. For fitting 5 ponies onto one that took me forever to draw and color. And it also took me a while to figure out what to do for Zuko's cutie mark, but it's Japanese for honor, actually. Japanese symbol for honor. At least I looked it up and that's what it said it was. So I got no idea. Could mean something completely different, but it told me it was honor. I don't know Japanese. And then I've got the elements. Water, earth, fire, and air. I'm a total earthbender, just saying. I love earthbending. Originally I wanted to be a waterbender, but I'm an earthbender. I accept it. I accept my fate. So this one was, my cousin wanted me to draw this one because I had no idea what to draw, but it's Monkey Atsu's airbender pendant. I thought it was cool. Kind of simple, but I thought it was nice. And then this one is Amon's mask, because I'm better at drawing objects than people, or at least I was. Now I'm actually pretty good at drawing people. Not realistic people, but that's a different story. So here's Amon's mask. And then we've got Momo, because Momo's adorable. I love Momo. Momo's awesome. Of course, hands down, my favorite is Pabu. Because look at this adorableness. Pabu is adorable. I love Pabu. I have my own Pabu. My ex-boyfriend got it for me. It's great. I love Pabu. And then I saw the picture online when I was looking for pictures to draw, and I had to. I just had to draw this face. Avatar Aang, when he saw the custard pie. I had to draw it. Okay, so that's the last Avatar one, and I'm sorry this is taking so long. It's currently like almost 19 minutes long, but I have a lot of pictures. It's been a while since I've started drawing, but the next one is a bunch of, I recently got into anime characters, so all these pictures are going to be current. I recently got into anime and manga, mostly so I could write and with my friends because they all wrote stories, and I love writing, but I never got the chance to write with them because I was in the complete opposite stuff they were. So I decided, hey, I'm going to try anime and manga. It was great. I don't know why it took me so long to get into it, but we're going to start from the first one I drew. The first one I drew was Colonel Roy Mustang, because the first thing I got into was Full Metal Alchemist, and this was my favorite character. This, you see this? This is mine. So, this is mine. It's my favorite character. I love Roy. And then I drew Edward Elric because he's awesome. And I feel his short. I feel his short. I'm only 5'2". I get made fun of all the time for being short. Yeah, it's no fun. I feel you, Edward. And then for I got Lieutenant Colonel Maze Hughes, because Hughes is probably my second favorite character, and I cried when he died, and I cried at the funeral. I cried about 5 times throughout the rest of the series. Every time he was mentioned, it was bad. I cried a lot with his death. Of course, I cried during a lot of character deaths. Although I've been lucky. My favorite character hasn't died in pretty much all of the animes I've gotten into, so thank God for that. I've been really lucky. Can't say so about a lot of my friends, because the next one I'm going to show you is my favorite character from Death Note. Meanwhile, all of my Matsuda, that's a Matsuda, is an adorable, innocent thing. But all my friends' favorite characters from Death Note died. My friend Megan liked Light and Matt. Sassy little fucker. I don't know how she liked Light, but I personally did not like Light. I mean, he's a cool character. He just, And then my friend Julian had Mello and Nier. Nier lived. Mello did not. So spoilers if you haven't watched Death Note. Mello dies. Nier does not die. And then my friend Elizabeth had B and L. I've never actually met B. I haven't watched that or read that extended manga series. But they both die. So spoilers. Everyone in that show dies except for the task force. So yeah. So the next one is currently my favorite anime. I don't think it seems to be as well known because it's just getting on its feet. But my favorite character, Yoichi. I have a knack for the innocent characters. Just saying, the innocent, adorable ones, like this cinnamon roll here, Yoichi. They tend to be my favorite characters. I either go for the innocent, the badass, or the both. So that's long story short for me. This one I actually drew on the plane on my way to Kansas. My grandfather died a few weeks ago, so we went out for the memorial, and I drew this on the plane because I was bored as heck on the way up. And it's Salim Bradley, who's adorable but evil. Don't trust him if you haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist. He's Pride, so don't trust him. Spoilers. I'm a spoiler sport. I spoil everything. Just saying. And then this one I actually drew on the way back from Kansas. I didn't draw while I was in Kansas because I was too busy fretting over stuff. But I got into Ouran while I was there. And because my cousin was determined to show me, and I don't generally like that genre. I'm not a romance comedy person. I despise it, actually. It's my least favorite genre of all. I can tolerate comedy. I can kind of tolerate romance. I hate rom-coms. But I loved Ouran Host Club. I thought it was amazing. And so I drew Honey. He's my favorite character. Like I said, adorable badasses are my favorite. I don't know what it is, but Honey. I had a lot of difficulty with his flowers. I couldn't get them right, but it looks okay now. I screwed up in his eye a little, though. That's one part that bothers me. There's always that one thing you wish you could go back and fix. Okay, so that's that phase. Now I'm going to show you my sketchbook, which is between last year and this year. Mostly during the summer. I think I got it right. I was going into the summer. So the first one I'm going to show you is back during my object phase. It's a lightsaber. This was still during my Star Wars phase, so I thought it was cool. So I drew it because I was looking for lightsabers to draw at the time. The next one is also a lightsaber. This is, I think I drew it mostly to show my boyfriend at the time, ex-boyfriend now. It's the Inquisitor's lightsaber from wow, I'm blanking on the series. Star Wars, the one on Disney that's out currently. But I drew his lightsaber. I'm a fan of all the Star Wars. I don't care, it's Star Wars. My personal favorite is the second movie. I know a lot of people don't like the first 3. Quotes around the first 3, the prequel series. You know what I'm talking about. Prequel series with Anakin and Obi-Wan and all them. I liked it. I really liked that series. I honestly, I don't know what people hate about it. And yes, I do like Jar Jar Binks. I thought he was funny. So if you're gonna hate about that, then you can go away now, even though it's been 25 minutes. So, you know, your problem. This one is an Avengers OC, which was originally created. Ignore this. I marked my pages that I was going to show you. Her name is Angel. She's the Norse goddess of fire and ice. She is actually based off a character I created back in 8th grade for a Greek, no, not Greek, Egyptian god. We had to create Egyptian gods and goddesses, and I created Angel. And when I created her, I was like, oh, this would make a great story for an Avengers fanfiction, because this was right at the time I was getting into writing. So it was horrible back then. My writing was horrible, but I never got to write that series, so I just have the character now. Did I mark them? I thought it was before that. I think it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Okay, so the next one in my art, I'm currently taking a drawing class actually for school, and we had to draw a character from memory. Of course, my art teacher wouldn't let us draw fictional characters that weren't realistic. I don't understand why, but I said fuck it, because, you know, why not? And we had 10 minutes left of class. We weren't really going to do much anyways, and she said we'd start it the next day, but we could try it if we wanted. So I drew Lynn, and I was really going to make her like her when she's in the series, but I decided it looked more like when she was younger, so I made it when she was younger. So, young Lynn, before she got her scars. Lynn's badass. I love Lynn. She's my favorite character. The next one was art homework, and I had a bit of difficulty to begin with, but with the help of one of the drivers at my father's restaurant, because, well, it's not my father's restaurant, he was the general manager, so it's not his, but he was the one in charge there, back when we worked there, because I did work there. I was on break when I drew the picture. We had to draw the corner of a wall, where two walls intersect, so I drew this, and so it's a booth. It took me forever. I swear to God, I only spent an hour and 45 minutes. It felt like more than that, but apparently I only spent an hour and 45 minutes on it. Mostly because I had to go back to work. My dad was yelling at me for taking a long break, but I had to do my homework. And so, yeah, there's that scene. I thought that one came out really good. Okay, this one I drew while I was in Kansas because I was missing a summative assignment in class. So in my drawing class, and my teacher said to draw a boot, because that's what we were drawing in class. We were drawing a still life of shoes. So she told me to draw a boot, so I drew my boot. If you could see it, it's a little blurry. My camera's not all that great, but yeah, you can't really see the fine detail work. There we go. So this is my boot. That took me so long to draw. And yeah, I didn't finish the week I was in Kansas. I started it and hated it, so I stopped, and my teacher let me finish in class because they weren't done either. So the next, I want to say 4 pictures, last 4 pictures as well, were for a homework assignment for art. We had to draw a picture every single day in our notebook for a week. I'm not showing you 2 of them because they weren't all that great, and if you want to see them, I'll show them to you in the next video, because I'm definitely going to do this again, because I'm in drawing class. I got tons of drawings to show you. But they were all anime characters, all from Sarah for the End, because I'm currently in that phase currently. I just said currently twice. And so here's one of my favorite characters, who was claimed by Elizabeth. I'm so upset, but Shinya, because he's pretty. Look at this pretty boy. He's pretty. I like Shinya. I had Sharpies, and I wanted to try drawing with Sharpies, so hence why it's Sharpie. I had his hair is silver Sharpie, and it shines. Of course, my silver Sharpie is also temperamental, and has to be held in a very specific position when you're coloring with it, or even writing with it. It doesn't like being used. It was brand new, too. No, it does not make me happy. The next picture is my other favorite character, who I did get to claim, in fact, which makes me very happy. not very happy where he currently is at in the manga because it's not there in the anime. But we got Gurren, my boy. I kind of screwed up a little on his face. I think I went a bit too big. But hey, I tried. I'm also very proud of that hair. You can definitely clearly tell what's lighter and darker, and it's great. The next one is that one we all hate to love if you're in Seraph, and you know exactly which fancy sassy bastard I'm talking about. Farid, because he's Farid. We all hate to love him, but we all do. And then the last one is the other character my friend claimed. I don't care for this one. Actually, we kind of pawned it off on her. We're like, because she wanted Yuichi, but I had Yuichi. So like, hey, take this redheaded asshole. Because she gets all of them. So we got Crowley. Who is cool. I really like Crowley. Not a favorite, and I wouldn't claim him, but he's a cool character. So, that's Crowley. My art teacher liked the red hair. I don't think she knew that I drew it from a picture, but, you know, we don't have to mention that to her. So, that's all my drawings. If you would like to see more, please comment below. Maybe give me ideas of maybe what to... I just said maybe twice. Give me ideas of what to draw. And also, please watch my AMVs if you're in any of them. I've got 15 now, 7 of which are start with the end. Yeah, 7 now, because I just uploaded a new one. For Yuichi, it's Brave. If you haven't gotten to watch it yet, it's really great. I've been experimenting with the videos because I just learned how to do it because I've been using iMovie, and I could never figure out how to download YouTube videos onto it to use. Finally figured out how, and so I did Centuries first, and it does have its issues, but it was my first try, so that's understandable. And I'm still currently experimenting with it, and I uploaded Brave for Yuichi because it's baby. So you can watch those. I've got one for Supernatural. That is Shawn Mendes song, Never Be Alone. I'm not a Shawn Mendes song fan. My sister is. That's how I know the song. Current really would rather not listen to Shawn Mendes, but I know he's popular, so I used it, and I thought it fit the boys. So that one was not my first one. My first one was actually Korra. It was Human. It's a good one. It shows the weak side of all the characters, including the villains, because every villain is a hero in their own mind. My second one was for Roy Mustang and Mace Hughes. It was How to Save a Life. Those first two were inspired by other YouTube videos that I had seen, which is what originally made me want to create these. So I will not take full credit for those ideas. I just made them how I thought they would work better, I guess you could say. My third one was Hey Brother for Edward Elric, Alphonse Elric, and Winry Rockbell. That one was difficult. That one took me 3 days to make. Usually I only take a day, maybe 2 tops. That one took me 3 days, and it was mostly because of the music, because Avicii has 3 sections where it's just music. And at the time, all I could insert was pictures. So I had to scour the internet and Pinterest, because at the time I didn't have a Tumblr. It was just internet and Pinterest that I was scouring for pictures for these characters, and it took me 3 days to finally finish. It came out good though. And then the one after that was, what one was next? I think that was the Supernatural one was next after that. And then it was the Wake Me Up, another Avicii song. That was also for Full Metal Alchemist. That was Full Metal Alchemist in general. So I really liked the way I did that one. I did like specific lines for specific characters, like the first line, Feeling My Way Through the Darkness, was Roy Mustang because he went blind, and I thought it would be funny to do that. I know my favorite character went blind, and I should be upset by it, but I thought it fit. So each line is like a specific character, and it's cool. And then at the end, for the end music, because music is difficult to work with pictures, I did a quick picture. I think it lasted 0.5 seconds, of ling a second, of each of a bunch of the main characters up until the end. So, and I put their names. So it was like Roy Mustang, Riza Hawkeye, Ling Yao, Lan Fan, so on and so forth. So I thought that was cool. Um, After that, I believe it was Wolf in Sheep's Clothing next for Light Yagami. That one was cool. I thought that fit Light so well. I really liked the way I did that one because when I ended it, I did it like with the end when Light was dying. So it's like Karma's gonna come collect your debt. The first time, or second to last one, was when Matsuda shot him. Spoiler alert: Matsuda shoots Light. My innocent, brilliant idiot shoots Light. And then the second one is like when Ryuk is writing his name in the death note. So it ends with him dying because Karma's gonna come collect your debt. It's a great song if you haven't heard it. And then it was Honey. I did Numb, and I thought that fit him because most people would do sweet innocent songs or songs that have to do with candy and sweets, but I thought that fit him because of more of his home life and the struggle he had, trying to figure out who he was, and that he doesn't have to be exactly like what his father wants and what everyone expects from him. He can be himself. He can eat sweets and be the boy Lolita that he is. And I thought that was great. So that's what I did for that one. And then I think this was my Seraph phase after that. I got Savages. One of my personal favorites. That one was fun to make. Each of the characters that show up for like right in the beginning, it's wow, I'm blanking on the lyrics. Like Farid is in place of the idiot. I'm blanking on his name. I'm blanking right now on a lot of stuff. But like each of the character represents a different character that's saying that line, except for when it's like savages, savages. Then showing the other side that they're talking about them and how them being savages. So I thought that was cool. And then I also did part 2 for that, and it kind of it shows Mika and Yu because I ship Mika Yu. I do. Hate me, love me, I don't care. I ship Mika Yu. And so Mika was supposed to be the place of John, and Yu was supposed to be in the place of Pocahontas. So I thought it was cool. So there was part 1, and then I did part 2 as well. After that, I did, did I do another Seraph one after that? I think I did. I think I did Animal I've Become after that. For Yu, Yuichi, Shiho, and Mika. I was originally just going to do it for Yu, but as I was getting to the first line, it was I can't escape from this hell, or whatever the line is. I realized, well, that kind of fits Yuichi and his struggle with his demon. So I was like, oh, hey, maybe I should include the other characters as well. So I did. It came out really cool. Not a fan of the transition noise. I liked the transition, but I didn't like the noise it made. So kind of a win-lose situation there, but I thought it came out great. And then I think I did Uptown Funk after that. And I did Uptown Funk for the pretty boys of multi-fandoms. I did Sherlock, I did Gabriel, I did Gurren, I did Shinya, I did Dean, I did Killian from Once Upon a Time, I did Sam, I did Daryl, I did John Watson, I did the 11th Doctor. Personally not a fan of the 11th Doctor, but my sister was, so she told me to use them. I would have used the 10th, though. And I did, trying to remember the order here, Roy Mustang. He's a really pretty boy. I did Tamaki. I did, there was one more. Tony Stark. I did Thor, and then I did Crowley from Seraph. And then after that, I did my personal favorite. I love this video. Shinya and Gurren for Angel with a Shotgun. That song happened to come on, and I'd been trying to find one for them for a few days now, at that point, and that song came on, and it just clicked, and I had to do it. I loved the song. I loved the way it fit so perfectly for the characters. I had to do it, so I did. It's great. It's my personal favorite. And then I did, after that, I did Stand My Ground. The first time I heard that song was actually for a Legend of Korra video that had been in my liked videos at the time. Like a while back, I'd liked it, and it's a good song. So I added it to my phone, and it came on. I was like, oh, this kind of fits for Seraph. So I did it. It started out with Shinoa's squad, and all of them, and then it kind of switched into Makoto's squad. I don't like Makoto. He's kind of annoying, but it fit. And then after that, it switched into Gurren's squad, plus Shinya, but he's technically the honorary member of Gurren's squad, so. And at the end, it was just kind of all of them. So I thought that one came out cool. And then I finally figured out how to add videos at this point. I know, I'm going on a rant. I'm sorry. It's been like 10 minutes at least since I've been ranting. But you don't have to watch all this. I should have said this in the beginning. If you want to stop now, you could. But I had been wanting to do Sentries, and my friend wanted me to do Sentries as well. But I wanted to do videos for that one. I couldn't figure out how. I finally figured out how. I looked it up on YouTube. I should have done it sooner, but I looked it up, and it was actually really simple. And I felt really stupid for not figuring it out. But so I managed to get a bunch of videos, and I made one for Centuries. And for a first video, it was okay. Definitely better. Sorry, I have a cold right now. But definitely better than the first time it came out. First one I made. Apparently this cold's getting to my head. Definitely better than the first AMV I ever made. But it was a good first try for videos. There were some spots where it fit perfectly on the spot. Great. The beginning was amazing. Then it kind of fell apart a little towards the middle. I was running out of videos, and I was kind of improvising. Because I didn't want to download more and make my phone go to shit, because it already is. Because I do all of them on iMovie on my phone. So everything's on iMovie. And so it ended up coming out okay. My friends agreed with me that it did need work, but it was good for a first one, because I showed my friends. I'm not 100% sure if they really care or not, but I showed them. They're all in Seraph, so I was like, hey, watch my video. Tell me how you think for a first time. And then I just finished today Brave for Yoichi. And that's my second time doing video. And I decided to try today with the quote, adding a quote that he said right at the end when there was no lyrics. Sort of him being brave. So, my cinnamon roll. Sorry about that rant. I had no intentions on going on that rant, but I figured, hey, if you're gonna watch this video, I would really appreciate it if you would watch my AMVs as well. You don't have to, but it would mean a lot to me if you would watch them, like them, comment, maybe give me some ideas for some. Trying to use maybe fandoms that I'm into, maybe ones that you saw in this that I did. Or if you follow me on Quote V or Wattpad, I have a list I know on Quote V of all my fandoms that I'm in. If you want to find me, Tim Lord Angel. Yes, Tim Lord, TIMLORD, space Angel, capital T, capital A. That was a screw up for my creative writing class. I meant to write Time Lord. I ended up being Tim Lord, and I've been Tim Lord ever since. So I'm Tim Lord Angel on that. I believe my picture is you currently with Shinya in his red sports car, because that part was great. So if you want to get ideas for what to suggest for fandoms, then you can check there. Also, if you do feel free to read my stories. I've got quite a few. There's some pretty good ones. Kind of don't want to say I'm proud of myself, but I've gotten a lot better. So yeah, definitely check those out too if you want to. I mean, it's your choice. I'm not going to force you to do anything. I really can't force you to do anything. I mean, it's not like I actually know you. So, unless I do know you, in which case I wouldn't know if you watched my video. But still, if you want to do that, check them out. Give me some ideas if you want, or maybe some ideas for what you want me to draw next. I'm open for anything. But, yeah, so also check out my cousin, Sarah. I think it's just Sarah Vasquez on Skype. Oh yeah, Skype. Not Skype. She's actually not Sarah Vasquez on Skype, so don't bother looking her up. But on YouTube, she's got one video currently. It was from a year ago, but I watched it and it inspired me for this. So I told her she should do more. So yeah, sorry for holding you for 46 minutes of your life that was probably wasted. I know I'm boring. I get told that a lot. I also get called a bitch a lot. But that's not the point. I get called boring a lot. So, sorry for taking up your time, and thank you for watching this if you did. I don't know when the next upload will be for this particular thing. Keep an eye out for more AMVs. Those will definitely be popping up quite often. I tend to go through these really quickly. Of course, I spend 90% of my time working on those instead of doing homework. Who needs to know? But, yeah, thank you for watching. And I guess I'll talk to you next time. Even though I'm technically not talking to you, you're listening to me.